Hold on. We cannot go live until the earrings are on. There. Let's get this set up. Welcome to the Magnesium Moment. We are also going to go live on Instagram, and sometimes it takes just a second for the two to connect. And we'll pop back over to StreamYard and focus here. We are talking all things magnesium today. And I'm so glad you're here. Please throw your question in, and we will, at the end, have some Q&A time. In the beginning, I want to talk about Stacy's question. She asked the best question, and it was this: can I still take oral magnesium if I'm soaking in magnesium? And the answer is yes, probably. Let's back up and determine and fill in some gaps for you to decide which is best for you. Number one, if you look online and you go to all of the big, like Stanford or WebMD, they will tell you that your magnesium levels need to stay between, depending on which study you look at, between 270 to 400 milligrams per day. If you know that number and you go to soak in magnesium, that can be and create a little bit of a freak out session, because a quarter cup of transdermal magnesium, sea brine, undiluted from Living the Good Life Naturally, has 8,000 milligrams up. It's a natural product, meaning it's naturally occurring, and it's not standardized like a pill is. A pill has been formulated in a lab, it's been heated, it's been processed, it's been pulverized, it's been put down a conveyor line, and they know exactly what's in it. Transdermal magnesium from Living the Good Life Naturally is not processed. It's a natural source. Nature isn't exact. When you look at snowflakes and leaves, they're different. That's what brings beauty and naturalness to that experience. The magnesium sea brine will never be under 8,000 milligrams, but can be more than 8,000 milligrams in a quarter of a cup of magnesium chloride. How do you determine what's right for you? Let's talk about soaking and what your goals are, and oral magnesium. Many people will take oral magnesium along with soaking in magnesium. It's up to you. Some people have dropped it entirely and focus on soaking in magnesium and maintaining cell saturation. Many people still continue to do both. In the beginning, over 20 years ago, when I started talking about magnesium, I added some oral magnesium because I wasn't sure if transdermal magnesium chloride from a sea brine that was unprocessed, undiluted, crossed the blood-brain barrier. There have now been studies done that it does. Magnesium chloride, unprocessed, undiluted, not made from flakes and not manufactured in a lab, does cross the blood-brain barrier. At that point, I was very comfortable in making this decision for myself that I didn't need to take an oral magnesium, that I could get my needs for my body met by maintaining cell saturation. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing what's best for you. You need to make what decision is best for you when it comes to dosing of magnesium. I do find it interesting that a mineral that is pushed out through your body when stress goes up, that someone or a corporation or an entity or the FDA can tell you this is how much you need, because they don't know your personal burn rate. They don't know what medications that you're on that may be stripping your magnesium. They don't know how much magnesium you're taking. They don't know how you manage stress. It is why I recommend understanding your personal magnesium burn rate. When you understand your personal magnesium burn rate, no one can take that information from you. You know exactly what your body needs. Is your goal cell saturation? Then you'll determine if you're maintaining 6.3 or above soaking in magnesium. You can't get there with a pill. The reason you can't is a magnesium pill is synthetic isolated nutrition, and to take enough to get the majority of people back to cell saturation, you would have incredible stomach upset. You taking it through a pill can benefit, absolutely. I'm not saying it doesn't give benefit, but you can't take enough to maintain cell saturation. And cell saturation is where your red blood cells have enough magnesium to start activating that stored vitamin D into active vitamin D and start turning on those processes to create voltage at the cell that opens up the floodgate for your body to be set up to create optimal health with ease. I personally do not want to be focused on all day long getting healthy, maintaining health, creating health. I want to do it quickly, easily, and efficiently. Maintaining cell saturation and understanding my personal magnesium burn rate has been the most effective way. Now let's go in with part 2 of this question. In that, setting your body up to maintain cell saturation for some people is critical. Other people don't need to do that. I wondered if today, talking about the things that you can do if you do have a high magnesium burn rate and how to set your body up to hold on to magnesium. Let's cover a few of those right now. And let me know in the comments if you've added these or if they've helped. And remember, hierarchy of needs is going to determine which is the most effective for you. For example, medium chain triglycerides help your body utilize magnesium. If you have a high magnesium burn rate and you understand the connection between medium chain triglycerides found in coconut oil and other things also, but we'll focus on coconut oil. If you know that that helps and you do have a high magnesium burn rate and you're having to soak all of the time, you might think, oh, let's add some medium MCT oil because that's going to help me hold on to the magnesium. That would be at the bottom of the hierarchy list. It's going to make the least amount of impact compared to what I see working much more efficiently, which is adding taurine, a simple amino acid that helps hold magnesium in the cell, or adding B vitamins. I always want to make sure I'm adding B vitamins as a family. They work better together. And dosing just B12 or just B6 can create imbalance in that B family functioning in your body. So I like to add them together in whole food forms. If I have a high burn rate and I'm having to soak all of the time to maintain the benefits, then I want to look at, what is my body missing and what can I do to make myself and my cells be a magnesium thirst trap that we're just holding on to all that magnesium and utilizing it. As we talk about all of these different things, remember that some will have more impact than others, and it will also vary by your body, your stress levels, how your body is put together and wired. So if I was having to soak all of the time and I had a very high burn rate, these are the things that I would look at. Making sure I was getting enough protein. Protein helps you hold on to magnesium. Simple. making sure I was getting enough fiber. That fiber and getting enough fiber helps your body utilize and synthesize magnesium. Adding taurine. Now, typically, when taurine is you don't have enough and it's not adequate to hold magnesium into your cell, I don't see whole food getting you to the point where the taurine's really making a difference. And in that point, I would opt to supplement with taurine. Simple amino acid. Need to make sure you're not taking too much of that taurine, though. Remember, there's always a downside to using synthetic isolated oral nutrition. And the downside to taurine is taking too much of it can slow down your thyroid function. Adding taurine can be one of the most beneficial things to help hold magnesium into your cell, even though we've talked about protein helps, fiber helps, B vitamins help. People utilizing those things may not see a difference until they get that taurine into their body. And then at that point, they're like, oh, game changer. Taurine changed the game for me holding on to magnesium, and I'm not having to soak as often. Remember, magnesium shines the light on what your body needs if you understand that communication. And that is why I'm here. Excuse me, hold on. Let me grab some water. That's why I'm here, is to help share with you the things that I've learned over the 20 years of being a magnesium advocate and seeing what the magnesium is telling you, because it's like a whole new language, entirely new language. Magnesium shines the light on what your body needs. If you are cramping a lot, we have a calcium dominance issue. If you have a high magnesium burn rate, we probably have a taurine, protein, or B vitamin issue. Understanding what is happening in your body while you determine what you need to do to maintain cell saturation is, in my opinion, as powerful as soaking in magnesium. We say we want to know, we want this roadmap for our body, like, oh, I wish I knew exactly what to do next. Magnesium is telling you what you're missing, but then we blame the magnesium for not working, which means we've created a gap. And when we create that gap, we push magnesium out, and health is harder to maintain. I want it to be easy to maintain. Let's talk about B6. B6 is the key B vitamin for holding magnesium into your cell. B6 can be found in fruits, in vegetables, in fish, and potatoes. Finding the food source that fits your dietary needs to get that B6 in becomes a part of the journey. For example, maybe you don't eat fish or you're allergic to fish. Then obviously eating fish is not going to be a good fit for you. Fruits are a great source of B6. Finding the one way to get that B6 into your body that meets where you're at right now with your health, your life, your dietary needs, your budget, is the journey of creating magnesium cell saturation in your body, which, by the way, that's my only goal with magnesium. I don't take one type of oral magnesium to help with my heart and another to help with my digestion and another to help with my sleep. I get my body to cell saturation, and I allow my body to determine and have enough magnesium that it can take care of those needs instinctively. I don't need to think about that. We shouldn't have to wake up and go, oh, what type of magnesium does my body need today? If we're at cell saturation, our magnesium red blood cells have enough magnesium to put out where it needs to go. But remember, that magnesium red blood cell test is not perfect because it doesn't show the magnesium in your bones. There is no magnesium blood test that is absolutely perfect. Your serum won't show how much access your heart and pancreas and bones have. Your red blood cell doesn't tell you how much access is on your bones. And so it becomes this journey of creating cell saturation, maintaining cell saturation, and listening to what magnesium has to say to you for what your body is needing to support optimal health. Or maybe you're in maintenance and you're just maintaining optimal health. Let's go through some of these questions. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes left with each other. And I would love to go through some of these questions and figure out if there's anything that I can say to help on your journey. Remember, I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, not prescribing, sharing information for you to make the very best decision for you. Okay, let's start right here. Can magnesium soaking help vegans, and what supplements should they take? Absolutely, magnesium is needed across the board, no matter what your dietary intake is. And there are some things that a vegan diet is deficient in, and making sure that you supplement with those becomes incredibly important on that journey. Yes, magnesium is incredibly beneficial for a vegan diet. So, absolutely. Oh, Donna, you are so kind. Thank you. I hope that this time that we're hanging out together, you're walking away with something that's beneficial. Healthy women connect. And I want to hang out with women who are focused on the same thing that I'm focused on, and that is creating health quickly, easily, efficiently, so that I can get on doing the things I love to do. Yesterday, I hung out with grandkids. We do a back to school tradition. And I was so glad to come home and soak in magnesium. We did the, the bike machine, and we went to this arcade thing, and my muscles were so sore after, like, banging things and writing things and doing all sorts of things. And I'm so glad that I had magnesium to come home and soak, so that I could relieve some of the tension that was on my muscles after hanging out at an arcade with grandkids for a couple hours. Christina, my burn rate is high. The foot soak is not effective. I have to bathe daily or my legs twitch. Christina, the very thing we talked about earlier, setting your body up to hold on to that magnesium. If you're having to soak every single day to maintain benefits, we have a crack in the foundation, and magnesium is going to help shine the light on what you need. And that's what my channel is all about, helping people understand what magnesium is communicating so that they can soak the least amount of time for maximum benefits. My goal is always minimum input, maximum output. I want to be out there hanging out at the arcade with grandkids, doing all those back to school activities, not saying, oh, grandma's busy today, I have to do things to get healthy. I want it happening quickly. I soak in magnesium so I can do the things I love. I do not soak in magnesium just to maintain health. I have a very specific drive, energy, and focus when it comes to soaking in magnesium and what I want from it. Go back to the beginning, and there might be some things that you can pick up from this live that will specifically help you hold on to magnesium and use it more efficiently. Waiting for the day you don't have to do a daily full body soak. My goal is, obviously, we do 30-day challenges, and I always do one going into winter. That's coming up in September. I'll be doing a public group 30-day challenge. If you'd like to join along, I'd love for you to. And I always do one in January because I know I'm coming out of winter, holiday season, a little bit higher stress level, and I want to make sure I'm starting the year strong with strong magnesium levels. Other than that, if someone's having to soak every day, that is heartbreaking to me. Let's get your body optimized to hold on to that magnesium so you don't have to be soaking every single day. Oh, Christina, you're so welcome. Lori, it's so good to see you too. Absolutely wonderful to see you this morning. For my plasma test, normal range. How does this compare with, oh, okay, so your test, you're looking at millimoles, and I'm talking milligrams. Shelly's not here this morning. We do have, because normally she'll post that right away. You can go to my blog, Living the Good, I think it's blog.livingthegoodlifenaturally.com. You can go to that blog, and there is a blog post on converting millimoles to milligrams. I'm talking milligrams, and it looks like if you had the red blood cell test done, a lot of people will get the serum done, and that causes the confusion. But if you have had the red blood cell test done, then it just is a simple conversion factor. And I've got that over on the website. Oh, Pam, you're so welcome. Okay, Lisa, what do you suggest to supplement with along with the magnesium to strengthen your lymphatic system? Dr. Perry's Big Six, I think, is one of the most powerful. Sauna, walking, hydration, movement. Our lymph goes everywhere that our blood goes, but it doesn't have the benefit of a pump. We have to pump our lymph, and the magnesium moves through our lymph. Making sure that our lymph is moving is part of that equation of utilizing magnesium efficiently. I love to do my sauna. I love to do dry brushing. I love to do Dr. Perry's Big Six. I love to do the vibration plate. I love to do rebounding. I love making sure that I'm hydrated optimally, because all of those things, walking, the magnesium morning trifecta, where we're pulling together the beautiful resonance of the morning colors of the sun that are there prominently in that first 2 hours. Walking and soaking in magnesium create a synergy that will help your lymph to move that magnesium through your body, are all beneficial to that. Oh, Karen, so how can I get you there the most efficiently without Shelly here to post that link? Go to, oh, Lisa, you're so welcome. Karen, if you will go to Instagram, I believe is his main platform. And if you'll search Stop Chasing Pain, he is a huge lymph proponent, and in my opinion, has done more to help educate people on their lymph and the importance it plays in pain, in healing, in everything when it comes to being healthy. And his channel is called Stop Chasing Pain. I think that's probably, without Shelly here to give an exact link, I think that's probably the easiest way to direct you to him. I've taken his webinars, I've taken his seminars. They're wonderful. If you've got a lot of money to throw out to that, they're great. The most important thing and the base thing he teaches, he shares for free, and that is the Big Six. And that you can find that in his Instagram feed. And it is so powerful, so powerful at helping to get your lymph flowing. I know I've always felt like lymph was the unsung hero and people didn't talk about it enough. And after watching my husband go through amputation and the lymph change that happened in his body as he lost part of his lymph flow, I realized how even more incredibly important lymph is for energy, for life flow, for optimal health, for organs that function. And Teresa Tapp is another resource. She has passed away. We lost a light in this world when she did. Her resources are still on YouTube, I think, is the best place to research for Teresa Tapp. It's called T-Tap. She has a move that, again, you can do lots of paid things, but I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from all of the resources I paid under her programs was the hoedown. And she gives that away for free on YouTube. If you'll go to YouTube and search T-TAP, so TTAPP, I believe it is, and then hoedown. And that move is incredibly powerful at opening up lymph and moving lymph. And please know, their resources in their classes are amazing. I think it's really easy to buy into the fact you have to be rich to be able to afford to understand and take all of the classes. Now, I have the benefit, privilege, and luxury right now that my company pays for me to take those classes. I use it as a write-off, and use that as my education to help educate you and to stay current on what's happening and the resources that are out there. I don't think you need to take those classes. And I didn't take classes. My family had lost everything. We were financially ruined with my health crash. And for example, I had teenage boys that were going to work and turning their paycheck into the family fund to keep food on the table. We lost everything, our home, our savings, our 401k. We lost everything with my health crash. And that's one of the reasons that drives me to do so much online is I don't think that information should be under lock and key and under a paywall. I want to share it with you so that you can benefit and just get into being healthy as fast as you can. I believe that every person, when they feel better, they stand up in a bigger way and share their gift with the world. And there's such chaos out in the world. And I have these beautiful grandchildren walking around in that world. And we need to come together and make it a better place for all children to walk in, not just my grandchildren. That's one of the reasons I'm so driven to get on social media and to pay so much money for my team to set it up that you get a text, you get an email, you can join the newsletter, you can find what I'm talking about, because I've been in that place of absolutely not having the ability to be able to pay for information. And that's one of those things that drives me. The two most important things taking away about lymphatic is, well, three. Let me share three resources for lymphatic benefit for your body that in the 20 plus years that I've been researching, studying, and learning about lymphatics have been the most powerful. Number one, T-zone vibration. Now, don't panic. You don't have to have a T-zone vibration plate to use this resource. I do love their T-zone vibration, their HB90, I believe it's called, is the most powerful vibration plate that I've ever used to keep my lymph open. Using their app has so many resources and it's free. It's absolutely free. Great resource for lymph. Rebounding, great resource for lymph. Dr. Perry's Big Six on his Instagram page of Stop Chasing Pain, amazing resource for lymph. T-Tap, Teresa Tap, and her hoedown movement that takes 2 minutes, another great resource for lymph that can be found on TikTok. And that's one of the things that I want to do. I want to help point people to that direction because I recognize that for over 20 years and the tens of thousands of women that I've worked with, I get this position of seeing what works and what doesn't work and what works quickly and efficiently and what doesn't. And that's one of the things I love sharing. And it's not just all about, I'm helping you this. It helps me too. It helps me put chaos to a time that my family still is paying an emotional price for the 3.5 years that I was so sick. So please know the benefit goes both ways. It helps me create something beautiful out of that time that changed the course of my family's existence. And it helps me create order out of that. So it benefits me also. Okay. Amy, thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you. Cricket. Oh, Cricket, I am so with you. It is one of the most powerful things, T-tap, and that hoedown. Cricket, tell me, do you love the hoedown also? I think it is so incredibly powerful. Karen, oh my gosh, look what Karen's done. Karen knows that healthy women create action. That just being on this live, we've created connection, and healthy women are connected women. Action is what gets you optimal health. And so Karen's already shared her action takeaway, starting taurine again this morning, checking out Dr. Perry and T-tap. And by sharing that action item, she is more likely to take action on that because she took a micro action and moved her body to share what she was going to be sharing. It puts it in a different place in her brain. I love that, Karen. Thank you so very much. Now, my favorite of the 30 minutes that we spend together every Monday and Wednesday that happens on social media live at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard is me asking you, what was your most powerful takeaway from our time together? What did you connect with that will move you forward to creating health? Social media is disconnecting us from being healthy because we get on social media and we scroll and we don't take action, and we learn and learn and learn more and more and more and more information, but we don't take the information and apply it. We take the information to stay stuck in our heads that keeps us in the very same position. Take action. Share with me what you learned today, your takeaway of what action piece you can put into place to create optimal health. Magnesium opens the doorway to a strong foundation. When we soak in magnesium, we achieve cell saturation, we maintain cell saturation. We are taking and activating our stored vitamin D and giving it the support that it needs to become active vitamin D. And that, my friend, is the first gateway of health. I've loved being with you. And let's see, today's Wednesday. So next Monday, you and I will hang out together again and talk about magnesium and all things to create health. And I love the fact that you hung out with me today in our little magnesium moment that happens on social media. If you have enjoyed this, you might enjoy my magnesium masterclass. That is free. That magnesium masterclass happens and a link is sent to my Good Life Journal email group. And that's the only place that link goes, and it happens on Zoom. The first Monday of every month at 11 Mountain Standard Time, we go on Zoom. Now, technically it's free. It doesn't cost you any money. It does cost you time. And I do require that you come on by video, and that can be a tough one for people. The reason being is we create deeper connection on that call. You wouldn't show up to a public class with a paper bag over your head. You would be seen. People would connect with you. They would see your face. They would see the comments that you're making. And so that class does have a cost, I guess, not financially, but showing up by video and participating on that class. Now, last class, a couple people were at work. And so you saw them, doing their thing. But every once in a while, we could see that they were there and that they were a part of the class. If you would love to join me for that class, go to livingthegoodlifenaturally.com, scroll to the bottom, and you can join my Good Life Journal. And that's the only place that link goes. Emails have changed recently, and I don't know if people understand this. And so I want to create clarity. If you're not interacting with the email, if you're not opening it, if you're not responding to it, if you're not clicking on the link, that email won't be put in your inbox for very long. To continue getting those emails, there's an algorithm now in emails, just like there is on social media. Just because you followed Living the Good Life Naturally on social media does not mean that my lives will end up on your page. You have to interact for those lives to show up. Email, if you signed up for it, it used to guarantee that landed in your inbox. It's not how it works anymore. So feel free to hit a, hey, I got your email, I like this part, or hey, I don't want your emails anymore, take me off that list. Feel free to respond to the emails, what part you loved about them, ask a question. Opening the emails, clicking on the links, responding to them shows the algorithm that you want to receive that email. So many times we hear, I didn't get it. It means it's landing in your spam because the algorithm is waiting for you to interact with it. So any interaction that you do is beneficial to it landing. Oh my gosh, Karen. Okay. I'm a skincare junkie. Karen loves skincare things too, and her and I have geeked out before on skincare things. Wait until the next email that's going out of the Good Life Journal, what I've been using on my skin. I don't know if you can tell a difference. I can feel a difference, and I can see a difference when I look in the mirror, and it costs half a cent. A lot of people already have it in their kitchen, and it's so fun. It's so fun to do. And if you're a skincare junkie, magnesium's the master mineral and the skincare beauty mineral. Soaking in magnesium helps perk up your skin and sends the nutrients to your skin that your skin needs to just glow and look dewy and beautiful and just touchable. I'm going to share my next one. I just finished filming the video so you can see how I do it. And I cannot wait for that one to go out. I'm not sure what the date is. I film them and then hand them over to team and they schedule them and do all of that. But I do know it's coming soon because I just finished filming that one. And Karen, I'd love to know what you think of it. It's so simple and so easy and so much better than what you can buy that sometimes are $30, $40, $50. Oh, me too, Karen. Total skincare junkie. I love skincare. I love pampering myself with it. I love learning about it. And it's just one of my favorite things. So keep an eye out for that one, Karen. And I would love to know if you use it, what you think of that. Yes, Pam, I still use snail mucin. I love it. I love snail mucin, and I love the ability that it has and the benefits on my skin. Oh, Cricket, you're so welcome. So glad that you were here. I'm checking out and going to do some behind the scenes things to bring you better blog posts. If you haven't checked out my blog lately, I'd love some feedback. I've been really focused on keeping the blogs better, just making sure that they're better, more information, easier to upload, easier to click to. If you haven't checked out the blog lately, go check it out, blog.livingthegoodlifenaturally.com, and let me know what you think. If there's benefit in those blogs or if I'm focusing on something that isn't helping anybody. I think there's a big difference in them, in the quality of the blog and the quality of the content. And I'd love to have you join me there. I'd love to have you join me in my Good Life journal. And that's where some of those skin tips go. Like, for example, this next one I'm sending out won't go anywhere but the Good Life journal. Probably, I don't know, I'm inviting you into my bathroom. It's a little bit more personal. And so some things only go to the Good Life journal. But Karen, you've got to let me know what you think. And Amy, yes. It's so important what we put on our skin. And it's so important to remember there was some drama. Okay, here's the tea. I'm gonna give you all the tea. There was some drama in the Good Life Journal. And I almost quit the Good Life Journal because I'm like, I do not have time for this. I get a lot of products that people will send to me. And 99.9%, I don't even talk about because it's not something I would even use. There are some things that I absolutely love and would use, and I talk about those. I received a product, and I never just share about it when I receive it. I have to use it for a while and determine, do I love this? And if it's something I love, that I would share. I sent out a link to a product that I'd been sent and then used and repurchased on my own because I loved it so much. And the product formulation had changed since, from the one that I had received as a gift and the one that I had purchased. And they had downgraded the quality of the product. And the backlash, oh my gosh, for probably about 3 months, had people reaching out to me. Some were very kind. Hey, I would never use this. It doesn't meet my standard. Some, like, you're a fraud. Like, I can't believe you recommended this. And don't you know, everybody chooses what works for them. And recognize that ingredients change. The ingredients in that product now, I personally would not use. Always, any information that you get from my newsletter, from my social medias, from someone else's, healthy women have strong filters. Filter the information through what is important to you. I might use things that you would never use on your skin, but they're a good fit for me. It doesn't mean we need to call each other names if we go with different things. Just filter it through your own needs and desires and determining what's a good fit for you. Some people, like Pam brought up the snail mucin. I love the snail mucin. Is it perfectly natural from nature? No, it's not. It is a product that I've researched and I'm willing to use on my skin. And so you have to know what's a good fit for you. Yes, and there are things. And here's where I think we can take the information that we've learned and stress out. I've used things on my skin that are not perfect. I also trust that my body has a strong detoxification pathway with my liver and my skin barrier, that it protects me. Now, are there things I stay away from? Absolutely. I can't do it perfectly. I can't be out in nature using only fresh leaves and twigs on my skin. There are some things that I use that might not be a good fit for you. Always, when I send a recommendation, remember, this is something that I'm using, or maybe even remember, oh, she might not even be using this formulation because they change. And so what I was using 3 months ago and I'm talking about now, the formulation might have changed. More and more, we see big corporations buying out the small companies and then changing what's in the product, and the customers don't realize that it's changed. For example, if you do a walk down Target, you'll see all of these, what used to be small brands, but have now been bought out by corporations, and the products have changed, but we still get that feel good that we're buying from that small brand that's really passionate about what is in the product. So always, any recommendation that I make, just filter it through what's right for you. And the snail mucin, it's a COSRX for those of you that are interested. It's COSRX. It's a Korean skincare product. I love it, and it is a good fit for me. There are times that I need sunscreen. If I'm going to be out for a long time, I don't want my skin to burn. I need that balance that's good for me. And I use the COSRX sunscreen. I love it. Korea has a much better standard on sunscreen than the United States does, but you might never use sunscreen. And making that decision that's best for you and making it strongly is all about being healthy. Oh, anyway, Karen, let me know if you love that. It's a mask that's coming, and it's so easy. And your skin just after is just like so beautiful and touchable. So love being with you. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Okay, let's see here. End live stream.